the coming of the Lord. And he talked about there should be a sign. And he was talking about the proposition how we should watch. Uh, Watch for you know, because we know not the hour that Jesus will come.
But did he say where his main thought was coming from? Because usually it say my main thought is coming out of the book of.
Well, his title was He Will Do It Again. The text was Matthew 24, 36, 44.
Yeah,
So
that was his main thought.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to see it again.
And
Oh,
was
well.
I thought the message wasn't going to turn it around.
Well, that's as he went on in the message. He began to talking about how God, after he talked about the watching and the coming of the Lord, probably this interrogative sentence, basically he was like, has God done it for you in the past? Well, he's going to do it, God, transitional. Jesus is still the same. He doesn't change. First main division, power to renew and restore. God is able to renew and restore any circumstance, situation in our life. He's going to do it again. Don't doubt God. Then he was talking about God is a redemptive offender, a repetitive offender. Like he going to do it again and again and again, no matter what the circumstances, situation, or the difficulties that we may go through. God is repetitive. He's not going to change. He's going to come and he's going to do it again for us. He's going to bring us through. And how it was important, to watch. He talked about watching for the seasons, waiting on God by faith. He talked about God telling us to ask, to seek, and obey, and how God requires something of us as well. To be expecting him, really, to stay in expectancy that he's going to, bring us through. Then he began to talk about the stories of David. When David went to Ziklag and was asking God, how should he do it? How should he deal with these army of people? And how God was telling him, God told him to wait. He wanted to know, well, God, should I pursue? So he went and inquired of the Lord before he even took any action to go and deal with this army. God told him to pursue, so he waited on the answer from the Lord to pursue. He used that. The conclusion was examples of men of God. He used different men of God. He talked about Elijah, and he talked about examples on holding fast and don't be quick to move, because God gonna do it again. That was my conclusion.
That was good. That was real good, girl.
Okay.
Nice.
So my question to you was,
Okay.
did he use just one text, one passage of scripture?
No. No, ma'am. He did Hebrews 13 and 8, Psalms 5, 1 and 3, Psalms 6, 4 and 9, Romans 11, 33, 36, St. Matthew 7 through 11, and then 24, 36, and 44. And he ended with 2 Timothy 4 and 2.
Okay, so
What did they all have in common?
I was just going to say, what was that main word in those scriptures that he talked about? Because you said Matthew's what?
24, 36, and 44.
Did you say Matthew 7?
Matthew's 20. No, he told me Matthew's 24.
Matthew's 24? Because I'm trying to hear
24,
that main
36, and
word.
44. The main
so what was
word-
the theme? What was the theme
Yes, that's
of
what
his?
I'm looking for.
What was the theme of his message?
Well, this to me, don't doubt God. He's gonna come through again.
Okay,
He said he will do it
He'll
again.
do it
we'll
again.
do it again.
That was the
Yeah,
title.
he
Yes.
will do it again.
So in those scriptures,
He may not
should've
do it
been
the
talking
same
about-
way.
Right, he's gonna come.
But
Right,
he'll do it
he may,
again.
but right, he may not come the same way, but to assure us that he is gonna do it again for us not to doubt, to doubt God.
Okay.
And
Yes,
not to-
ma'am. Hold on. I understand that what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, you listed all those scriptures that he gave. Okay. The theme of his message, or the subject of his message, was what?
Basically, to stay watchful,
Okay,
to
to
watch
stay
for
watchful.
the season, to wait for the
Okay.
season, and wait on God by faith.
Okay. So, you named all those different scriptures. You talked about your main division, and you gave a title. Why was it not a topical?
because then when I was thinking about text, I kept saying, what was the text? What was the text, so I can find that one text that he was talking
right,
about.
that-
But he didn't. He did multiple scriptures
Okay,
that
okay,
supported
okay.
his
Okay,
topic.
okay.
That's true.
Now, well, wait now.
But I think it
Wait.
was textual.
Okay. Now tell me why you think it's textual.
Well, I thought it was textual
Can I see your
because
notes? So I can look up your
he
scriptures.
took multiple
You got your
scriptures, right?
scriptures on here?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that the multiple scriptures that he had taken from, Hebrews, Psalms, Romans, they all lined up, the text, they all lined up that they had similarity to them. I guess I can't explain because I didn't write it indefinitely, but from what I get from the scriptures is that they had similarities, but they had still some different meanings to them, right? That they all came together as a textual, but he went from different scriptures, from different chapters of the book to create this message. This
Okay.
message didn't just come from what is the word that I want to use? An expository message, which makes it different because when you do an expository, you just going scripture by scripture by scripture. But he took this textual, he took it and made it textual by putting in different scriptures from different parts of the book to create the message.
It's okay, so then again, my question is, so why is it not topical?
Because he didn't stay with the one thing.
Yeah,
He had multiple subjects?
Yes.
he had multiple. I felt like
He
that.
had multiple,
He had multiple subjects, so
I wasn't here, so I don't know. I'm
So
going
what
on what
time
you
is
That's
said.
what I said. He had.
a topical is, what is topical?
Yeah, let me.
Begins with the topic, the main.
You have a
message.
topic, but you can get your main division and your subdivision from other texts. Textual, you stand with that one text, and you can grab your subdivision,
Divisions from other.
your main division from other scripture, but it has to ties in with that text. So that's why I was trying to find that key word. Like when you talked about, what was, when Miss Fisher said, who was that? David?
Uh-huh,
When David was, when you gave that message about David,
showing the kindness of
showing the
God.
kindness, so we kept hearing kindness, kindness. That's what I was looking for while she was talking, and I didn't hear it to decide.
Okay. So were you here yesterday? Yesterday?
I wasn't here
Okay.
yesterday, but just by
Okay.
listening to her,
Okay.
I think I probably would have went top.
I'm just asking, what about you, student Westbrook? Do you have an opinion?
I always go with expository
Why do you?
because
Uh-huh.
he always give us multiple scriptures and he explain each scripture as he goes.
Okay.
Even though his main topic or his title was God would do it again, he always stayed with where he explained to us how God did it again in each scripture or each instance. So.
Okay. 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 And Brother Bishop, what was your conclusion?
I would say he did textual.
Textual, because you got to get the door. Okay. Well.
I can go get it later.
Okay. Textual, because he used multiple verses. He used more than one verse.
Okay.
And he drew information from the verse to support his topic. What subject matter. And,
I'm on your side, Brother Bishop.
oh, okay. Yeah, he drew, from that, for those scriptures, he drew his subject from them. And it stayed, to me, it stayed on course of what he was, what the title of the sermon was.
Okay.
I'm staying with topical, the main division, and scripture references.
Right.
And
Teacher,
then
what
I
do you
would
say?
outweigh
I
it.
wasn't here, so I don't know.
Yeah, he supported everything.
I
he
wasn't
said in
here.
Scripture.
But I'm listening to you all, and I can tell that you're grasping the concept of each type of of sermon. I was a little concerned about the expository choice. But I was a little concerned about that, but that's okay. We'll keep talking.
I'll get the DVD.
But what I'm excited to hear is that you all are grasping the concepts of each type of sermon, and you're listening, and you're applying what you have learned. Okay, so to say who's wrong and who's right, can't do that. How did you hear? How did you hear? You know, that plays a lot in deciding what type it is. Some are just crystal clear, whether it's expository, or topical, or textual. I'm a little concerned because you say that he had all those scriptures, which he normally does. And as Sister Wooten would say, but my main thought is coming from the book of whatever, Isaiah, or whatever. We often hear that. And so that will make it textual. They're so closely related, it just may be one small thing that will decide what it is. But I'm going with everybody's. I'm with each one of them. I wish I had the camera rolling when you started.
Well,
that was
we're
so
helping
excellent.
to one another,
But he
and
did
that's
say
the way I
his
like
main
to.
scriptures was coming from St. Matthew's 24:36 through 44. That's where his main
Main thought.
thought
See,
was
that's why I
coming
was
from.
asked, what did he say his main thought?
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
And
See,
then I would have went textual, main thought, because he's coming out of that one particular scripture, but he pulling from other scriptures to
Right.
support his
Right.
text. So
Well, I really
until I
said
heard
expository
that,
because we were saying textual. She
okay.
said topical, so I said expository. So we can
Okay,
get you
mix
to
it up a
say
little bit. Okay, mix it up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
well, that's
Because-
the best I could do. What I'm working with.
'cause he
And she was
said we
sitting
could
on the
do
front.
Yeah, I had to
chronological
sit on
or
the front.
logical order. So he was like, listen to you.
He was
He
all
went
over.
logical to me,
Okay.
cause he didn't do the events in like when it happened, cause he went logical.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome. Do we have his permission to have your permission to let him hear this?
No, yeah, so he can hear us, Sister Courtney. Yeah, cause so he can hear us like
Discussing.
discussing, you know.
You all are doing an excellent job. Excellent. Okay.